So we got stimulus check in the shop right now, and we're gonna start on the cage. So the first thing you wanna do, well, the first thing I did was go ahead and level the car, okay? Front to back and left to right. So I have this angle finder here that I use to go across my new frame rails here, the tube frame rails, and go ahead and get it to as close as I can to zero. I mean, it's like right at point 0.1. It kind of goes between 0.1 and 0.0. And then I use the rocker, this rocker here, to get zero there. So now we know we're, you know, zero this way and zero this way. I just basically used shims, like some metal shims up underneath the jack stands. You know, just thin pieces of metal, and just kept shimming it until I got it to zero. So yeah, so the first thing I want to do is I want to get the bar that goes across the shock mounts. I want to get that installed, because that way I can go off of that. Like I'll know, I know that Team Z designed this cage kind of off of that. So like that's a fixed point. I can't change that. Like I can't, you know, manipulate that to make it different than what the way Team Z designed it. So once I get that mounted, I won't tack it or anything. I won't weld it. I'll just kind of set it in the where the holes line up, and put the down bars in, and then see where the main hoop touches it. So wherever the main hoop's gonna touch it up in here, then what I'll do is I'll make sure that the main hoop has like a 3-degree layback. I was watching Team Z's roll cage build video, and that's what they're saying it needs, is a 3-degree layback. Okay, and I did confirm that you have to trim the bottom of the main hoop right around this area here. I kind of marked an inch. I'm not sure if I'm going to go a whole inch, but what I'm going to do is get the back bar in, and then the down bars that go to the back in, and then once I do that, what I can do is put my my magnetic angle finder. I can put that on this bar, okay, or underneath it, and then I'll know that once it's level up here, I'll know I'm in the right spot. So let me do that. Let me get this bar kind of fitted. It's a little tight going over the shock mounts. So I know I'm gonna have to trim it, maybe massage it a little bit with an angle grinder, and to get that to fit. I thought the reason it didn't fit was because possibly because the car got hit here and pushed the shock mount in a little bit. But so when it wouldn't fit, I took it over to the other car, which I know hasn't been in any accidents, and it fits the same way. It's tight. So yeah, don't be afraid. If you buy this kit, don't be afraid to do a little massaging on that to get it to fit. Okay, so I trimmed about 1/8 of an inch off the ends of those plates there and there. And now it goes all the way down, but it does hit, if you can see, it is hitting here now, okay? And as you can see, it's not all the way down to the where the hole is. So yeah, I believe I need to get that down to where these two surfaces are flush. So, you know, the top of this and the hole on the actual, on the shock tower, or whatever you call this, I think it needs to be flush with that. So that means I'm gonna have to take some off of the bottom here. It doesn't look like much, maybe another 1/8 of an inch off the bottom, and then it will sit flush. But what I want to do, what I'll do is before I do that, put it back. Sits really good. Like that's perfect. About 1/8 of an inch was perfect. It slid right down in there. But what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the down bar on, and let's see where it ends up here. Yeah, it looks like it fits really good. As you can see, this bar passes through there, sits on that bar there, and then I can kind of manipulate this a little bit up and down to get my the right degree. It's a little tricky. Right there. So yeah, I think it'll be fine just going down 1/8 of an inch because it sits up pretty tight to the roof already. So 1/8 of an inch would only bring it down just a touch. So, and that will give me my it'll give me better place to bolt the shock to there if that's flush with the other hole. So let me do that. Let me cut a little bit more off of that, and then we'll go from there. We got it really close. It's all the way down on this side. It was about another 1/16 of an inch I took off of the bottom of this, and this one was about 1/8 of an inch. So a little bit different, but with these cars, one thing I can guarantee you is they weren't made with the most precision in the world. Okay, these were back in the day, you know, in the factory. They were slapped together. They were not. What I'm trying to say is there's variances in all these older cars. So don't be surprised if you run into some little stuff like that where something doesn't fit exactly how it's supposed to. Even Team Z will even tell you that you gotta, you know, leave some room for some margin of error with these things. It is what it is. It comes with the territory. So we got it really close. I may, you know, try to tweak this a little bit to get it perfect. Like right there, I just tapped it and now it's 0. So like that's where it's gonna probably end up being. So I'll probably most likely put a bead here. I may have to pull this out a little bit because it doesn't, like, this is a straight line and it touches here but not here. So for whatever reason, this that wheel well there is a little pushed in. I don't know how that happened. This one over here is not, you can tell. It's really straight, nice and perfect. But this one, it's dented right here. So like I said before, this car was in an accident, so it doesn't surprise me that there's little stuff like that. So let me go ahead and what I'm gonna do is clean up around here and there, and I may just put a tack on it. Okay, just to see if I can get it to stay there. If I need to move it at all, we can always grind that little tack off. So it's just gonna be a small tack, maybe up here and over here, just so that it doesn't move when I'm placing the other bars. Okay, so we got it at 0. We have some areas ground around the where I'm gonna be welding, there and there, as you can see. And what I was gonna do was I have these really large bolts, and I'm gonna put these in the holes. Okay, just tap them in the hole, so that way I know it's aligned. There's no, you know, before I weld it. But like I said before, I'm only gonna tack it right now. It's not gonna be something where if I had to take it off, it wouldn't be a very big deal at all, just to grind off a tack. So yeah, this side over here, I don't know if you can tell or not, but this side over here is definitely, this whole section of the car has definitely been tweaked, because if you look at this little area here where it's bent, and then compare that with this, look at that. Meets up perfect there, meets up perfect there. This one's all kind of tweaked. So yeah, this is definitely an area that had an issue in the past. So no big deal. What we'll do, like I said, is once I tack it, I'll tack it where it's touching, and then we'll go on the other side of the car. I'll pull the wheel off, and we can tap this way until it meets up with this piece of metal here. You know, I can beat that back this way, and yeah, we'll take care of that. No big deal. So yeah, we're at 0. Let me get a couple tacks on it, and then we can move on from there. Go to the down bars and see how those are gonna look. Okay, so we put a little tack here, here, there, and there, just in the corners, and that's what it won't move now. It'll stay right there while we try to mock up the other bars. So let me grab the down bars, and yeah, we'll check to see how those look. So yeah, it's gonna look good. Right there is probably where it's gonna be. So I think the next step is to get the main hoop in. Then that way, this down bar, I can see where it needs to touch it, and then we'll get our 3 degrees off of that. Okay, so everything fits really good. Like, it's almost perfect. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's the fitment. Okay, that's the fitment there. That's the fitment there. And so it's at 87 degrees. Okay, so 90 degrees would be straight up and down. So 87 is a 3 degree layback. Okay, and that's what they call for. So this sits like almost perfect. The only thing I need to do is at the bottom, I'm gonna need to hit that with a sanding disc and kind of grind it down, because there's a little gap there that I'm gonna need to take some off the back here to get that to sit flat, which shouldn't be a big deal. That shouldn't be a big deal at all. It'll probably drop this down just a touch, which would be perfect, because it's actually, if you look up here, it's actually touching. Okay, it just barely touches. So bringing that down another 1/8 of an inch, or yeah, maybe an 1/8 or a little more than an 1/8, would actually make it fit absolutely mint. I mean, so yeah, I'm really impressed with the way this fits. And I mean, this being my first time doing this, so yeah, let me get the other bar in, and I'll put another clamp on it, and we'll take a look and see how that one fits. And this video is getting kind of long, so this may be the end of part 2. We made some decent progress. It's slow going. When you do this, be prepared to spend a few days on it, and really take your time. So I'm really happy the way it's coming out so far. Definitely get yourself one of these. That's a lifesaver for knowing exactly where you're at with the magnetic base. I got that on Amazon for 29 bucks. Really good deal. So yeah. So far so good. Let's get the other bar in there, and then we'll take a look at it. Okay guys, so I'm gonna finish up this video. We made really good progress. So we got the main hoop kind of mocked up, the down bars both mocked up, and they fit really good. Okay, they both land right in the exact same spot. You can see they're almost touching the speaker part, the edge of the speaker grill. There's a little space there, and there too. So you can see it's like pretty much right on point. This one here fits really good, this gap. This gap is really good. This one I'm still working on a little bit. Needs a little bit more nudging. And this one as well. So I don't actually have the 6x6 plate down there. That could be part of the reason why. And like I said, I'm gonna kind of take the sanding wheel and hit the bottom of these tubes to get it to sit flat on the plate, which again was going to bring it down like an 1/8 of an inch. But yeah, so far I'm impressed with the way this is fitting. The next video we will continue on, and I'll continue on right where I left off. So make sure you guys subscribe so you can get the next notification for the next video, and this will be like a series. So this will be on YouTube forever, and whoever buys this cage can reference this. This is kind of something I was looking for, which no one really has shown. Now, obviously, this is for just a coupe. It's not for a hatchback. I don't believe that. I'm not 100% sure if Team Z makes this for the hatchback or not. They may, because the shocks are in the same location, but I know the hatch is probably the down bars are a little bit different. But you kind of get the idea. So yeah, I'm happy the way it's coming out. So like I said, guys, Subscribe to make sure you get the notification, and like and share it, and that's gonna do it. I will check you guys next time.